For over a decade, Manchester United has been a graveyard of expensive ambitions, a theater where gold turned to dust. Until he arrived. He is the pulse, the soul, the defiant heart in an era of chaos. To reclaim the throne, INEOS must not just find players, they must clone the brilliance of Bruno Fernandes. For more than 10 agonizing years, whenever the subject of Manchester United's transfer business is broached, a collective sigh echoes through the Stretford end, as vast fortunes were liquidated for names that failed to ignite. And yet, amidst the wreckage, Bruno Fernandes remains the crown jewel of the post-Sir Alex era, a Portuguese maestro who has shouldered the heavy burden of this fallen giant for over 6 relentless seasons, often ignored by the skeptics, but always vital to the cause. If the Red Devils are to witness a true renaissance, they require more than just talent. They need to replicate the Bruno DNA, a daunting odyssey for INEOS, but an essential one as the summer window looms on the horizon. 8 goals and 17 assists in the 2025-26 campaign alone, and looking further back, he stands as the only figure alongside the immortal Ryan Giggs and Wayne Rooney to touch the legendary milestone of 100 goals and 100 assists in the hallowed history of Old Trafford. Bruno has delivered incalculable value since that transformative day in January 2020, standing as a beacon of hope amidst the turbulence both on and off the pitch, serving not just as a creative engine, but as the spiritual anchor for a burgeoning generation of starlets. Number 8 has been the lightning rod in the darkest storms, absorbing the vitriol of the press and emerging with a steel resolve to silence every critic with pure, unadulterated class. His acquisition remains a rare, shining anomaly in a decade of dysfunction, where the hierarchy burned through mountains of cash on the likes of Pogba, Lukaku, Sancho, or Di Maria. Even the homecoming of the great Cristiano Ronaldo failed to restore the club's vanished prestige. As the stars faded and departed the theater of dreams, the weight of the world returned to Bruno's shoulders, even when he himself contemplated seeking silverware elsewhere, titles that had become a cruel luxury at Old Trafford. For 6 years, the board has failed to find a signing with such transformative gravity, and that is the fundamental reason stability remains an elusive ghost. Summer 2025 saw INEOS secure 4 high-caliber reinforcements, lifting the side under the steady hand of Michael Carrick, now marching toward the promised land of the Champions League. The vital stage Sir Jim Ratcliffe needs to lure the elite. Fans dream of more profiles like Matheus Cunha, Breel Embolo, or Benjamin Sesko. But to truly ascend, United must find the next Bruno, a player who commands the pitch today and leads the charge tomorrow. The blueprint is clear: rebuild the engine room. With Casemiro departing and Manuel Ugarte struggling to meet the demands, INEOS is hunting for a Premier League-proven warrior, someone with the mettle to survive the media microscope. From Elliot Anderson to the relentless Bruno Guimarães, names are swirling. But who possesses the immediate impact to mirror the Sporting Lisbon arrival of 2020? That winter day changed everything. It is a tragedy of timing that under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the dream died in a Europa League final, denying Bruno his moment of glory. Yet he remains, the captain, the vanguard, leading through the wreckage of changing regimes and fluctuating form. The departure of countless stars followed. Coaching regimes collapsed in spectacular fashion, yet the Portuguese general remained, a vanguard leading his troops through the wreckage of uncertainty, serving as a beacon of elite mentality. Regardless of the tactical setup or the deficiencies of those surrounding him, Bruno Fernandes was the luminous spark that defied the darkness, etching his name into the record books while the current gaffer, Michael Carrick, pours praise upon his most vital disciple. The man we affectionately call the engine that never stops values collective glory over individual accolades, always demanding the ball in the most searing moments, making the impossible look routine. He is the heartbeat of the transition, the architect of the final ball, finding pockets of space that simply don't exist for lesser men. And while I measure his greatness against the Premier League elite, it is clear he is the sole pulse of this United side. Yet, a Titan cannot carry the world alone. Michael Carrick understands the danger of symbolic over-reliance, advocating for a shared burden where the pressure is distributed across a brotherhood of talent rather than a single set of shoulders. Bruno must not be a lone warrior. That is not the philosophy we seek, and he is certainly a treasure we refuse to lose, a sentiment that echoes through the halls of INEOS as they plot the next move. The objective for Manchester United is crystal clear. The captain can secure a Champions League ticket, but to hunt for Premier League crowns, they need a legion of leaders to mirror his influence. Rumors suggest a pursuit of Bruno Guimarães, a 28-year-old outlier to the INEOS policy, yet a move born from the desperate need to compete now, to bridge the gap between mediocrity and might. Whether it is 2, 3, or 4 new faces, the midfield engine must be overhauled with the same immediate impact seen in the quartet of Cunha, Embolo, Sesko, and Lavia. With Bruno approaching his 32nd year, the shadow of fatigue and the threat of injury looms, making the cloning of our sporting star a non-negotiable mission for Sir Jim Ratcliffe. During this 3-week hiatus, all eyes are fixed on the recruitment war room, witnessing the meticulous preparations of Sir Dave Brailsford and his associates to elevate this historic institution once more. Bruno Fernandes will remain the captain of this ship, the hope in our darkest hours, but the task is to multiply his essence, to ensure that under any manager, the spirit of United remains unbreakable. To find a star who delivers goals, assists, and relentless durability is a task bordering on the impossible. Yet at Manchester United, impossible is just a word waiting to be defied. INEOS must clone the Bruno DNA, and this giant will rise again, to hunt for every trophy, to become the dominant force of England and Europe once more. You've been watching BallPulse. If you crave this level of footballing depth, hit the like button and subscribe for the latest dispatches from the heart of the game. I'm Mark, and I'll see you at the next kickoff.